please take our seats. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, CON, the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Mrs. Folashade Yemi Esan, CFR. We have a wide array of permanent secretaries who are members of this subcommittee on 2023 Democracy Day celebration, World Press Conference with us here. I will start from my immediate right. Is a permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, as well as the chairperson of the Media and Policy Subcommittee, Dr. Ngozi Onwudiwe. May we welcome her, please. We have the permanent secretary of FCTA, Mr. Olushade Adeshola. We have the permanent secretary here with us, Political and Economic Affairs Office, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mrs. Nko Eswaba.
A very good afternoon to our viewers, national and international audience. You are on to the Nigerian Television Authority's live telecast of the World Press Conference on preparations for the 2023 Democracy Day celebration. My name is Mithaire Ikben, welcoming you on behalf of our outside broadcast crew to this live telecast. Our signals are reaching you live from the Rotunda Hall of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Tafawa Balewa House, Central Business District, Abuja. This press conference is to inform Nigerians of the specific activities and events put together by the federal government to commemorate the 2023 Democracy Day on the 12th of June, 2023. We now hand you over back to the recognition of dignitaries at this press conference.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. His name is Ambassador Adamu Ibrahim. We have next to him, Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Finance. May we welcome him, please. Next to him is a brother. He is Permanent Secretary, Ecological Project Office, Mr. Shehu Ibrahim. That's the outlook on this side of the table. On the front row, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, we have the permanent secretaries from various MDAs with us. May we give them a round of applause, please. Just after that row, you would also see a man with the white hair in that row, and just behind.
As the recognition of dignitaries continue, let's recall that in 2018, the federal government under former President Buhari moved Democracy Day from the 29th of May to the 12th of June in honor of late Chief MKO Abiola, the presumed winner of the June 12, 1993 general elections, believed to be perhaps the freest and fairest in the nation's history. This year it will be 3 decades, and that is 30 years after that historic election, and also 24 years of non-stop civilian rule in Nigeria.
I warmly welcome you to this event. A round of applause, please. Done with the recognition of dignitaries, I will now yield the floor for us to commence this program quickly. Please join me to welcome the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, and Chairperson, Media and Publicity Subcommittee, Dr. Ngozi Onwudiwe. She has the platform, please. Welcome.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, CON, the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemieso, CFR. Kindly permit me to align myself with already established protocols. My job here is to welcome all of us to this press briefing heralding the Democracy Day coming up on 12th June 2023. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this World Press Conference organized to herald the 2023 Democracy Day. As we are all aware, June 12th has been set aside to mark Democracy Day in Nigeria by the immediate past president, His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, in 2018. And since then, June 12th has been celebrated as the Democracy Day in Nigeria. The celebration this year is even more significant as it is coming on the heels of the inauguration of a new administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, which took place just about 2 weeks ago. Building democracy is a collective duty, and it's in this regard that we all should continue to uphold the ethos of democratic principles. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who is to give this press briefing, has also just been appointed, and this is one of his very first functions as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Hearty congratulations to you, sir. The theme of this year's Democracy Day is Hope Reassured. The overarching objective of the World Press Conference for the 2023 Democracy Day celebration is to once again remind Nigerians of the sacrifices of our compatriots in attaining and nurturing democracy in this country. Their sacrifice surely has not been in vain. And that is why it has been expedient to set aside a day to commemorate democracy annually in this country. May I use this occasion to thank the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who is the chairman of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on the 2023 Democracy Day celebration, for his support and guidance in ensuring the success of this event. Also, the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, I wish to say a big thank you for her cooperation in ensuring the mobilization of public servants to attend the event. In addition, I thank members of the committee for working around the clock to make this event a reality. I wish to extend my appreciation to my colleagues, Federal Permanent Secretaries, who have turned out en masse to attend this program. You are welcome, my colleagues. And then heads of agencies, federal government agencies, who have also turned out here to grace this occasion, I wish to welcome you. I must not forget to commend members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm for their unwavering support in providing coverage and publicity to the events marking this year's Democracy Day celebration. While welcoming you once again, may I at this point respectfully invite our unassuming and amiable Secretary to the Government of the Federation and astute administrator, Senator George Akume, CON, to brief the press. Thank you very much.
That was the welcome address by the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, who is also the Chairperson, Media and Publicity Subcommittee for this celebration.
Thank you. The heads of the Civil Service of the Federation, Chief Dr. Folashade, CFR. The media guru, Chief Dele Alake, Permanent Secretary is here present. Directors. Invited guests. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to address you today at a World Press Conference organized to brief Nigerians and the entire world the program of activities planned for the 2023 Democracy Day celebration. I am delighted to have the presence of both local and international media houses here today. This is an indication that Nigerians and the global community are interested in promoting democracy in our dear country. It is important to note that the Democracy Day has been reviewed to be celebrated annually from May 29th to June 12th to honor the heroes who championed the struggle and made extraordinary sacrifice for the enthronement of the democratic process in Nigeria from 1999 to date. In short, this struggle predated 1999. Because you are all well aware, the election of 1993 that was adjudged to be the freest in the country, but unfortunately, that election was annulled with tragic consequences for our dear nation. The former President Muhammadu Buhari decided in his wisdom as a patriotic Nigerian to right the wrong that had been visited on this country with disastrous consequences by the military administration at that time. Some Nigerians paid the supreme sacrifice, and they will continue to be remembered by all of us for planting the seed of democracy that has germinated, and today we are celebrating over 22 years of uninterrupted democracy. May 29 remains the date, the anniversary of handing over or taking over power. And this happens every 4 years, according to the Constitution. But June 12th remains the date that is free and gives us the opportunity to reflect on the importance and relevancy of democracy and the path to continuation with that process. To commemorate this year's anniversary, it is expedient for citizens and foreigners alike to take stock of how the nation has fared so far and assess the dividends democracy has assured as well as areas where we need to make improvements. It is in light of this that the theme of this year's democracy celebration is hope reassured. And all of you know that societies are great. Nations are great because the citizenry have hope that tomorrow will be better than today. It is pertinent to state that Having had an elaborate presidential inauguration this year, activities to mark the 2023 June 12th Democracy Day will be low-key, with the following two major activities: the World Press Conference, which we are holding today, and then the presidential broadcast, which will be made on Monday in the morning, 7 a.m., by the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Asiwaju of Lagos. The events will be broadcast live on all major stations and streamed on various social media platforms. Detailed information, including accreditation where appropriate, would be provided by the Media and Publicity Subcommittee. Let me also assure everyone that adequate arrangements have been made for the safety and security of all people throughout the celebration period and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite all Nigerians to genuinely celebrate hope reassured, as Nigeria will be better for us all. I thank you for listening. God bless our President. God bless our country. And may he bless our democracy. Thank you all, and God bless. I will now take some questions if you have any. Thank you very much.
That was
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention that Chief Dele Alake will also be assisting in answering your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Our brand new Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Please, may we give him another resounding hand of applause. That is more like it. We thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that great address you've just presented to us this afternoon. Dear colleagues, we just take 5 questions as usual. And we want to take, as we used to do, from each block, just one, and then we take 2 from behind. And we are usually very sensitive to gender. Who takes question 1? Okay, I've seen your hand. Question 2? I need a woman from rear. Is there anyone there? We are moving from here. I need to check from the center. Any hand? Okay. Number 2? Your number is number 3 here. Anybody with question?
Yeah, we listened to the address by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who indicated that activities to mark this year's Democracy Day on June 12 will be low-key, and that it will majorly feature a presidential broadcast to the nation by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The federal government has already declared Monday, June 12 as a public holiday in commemoration of the 2023 Democracy Day celebration. The nation is celebrating 24 years of uninterrupted democracy since the return to civilian
Number
rule
2.
in 1999.
Number 2, go ahead, use the table mic. Introduce yourself and your medium. Your medium, we are not hearing you. Your mic is not on. Please help to turn her mic on. Are you a media person? Okay, a CSO, a civil society organization. Okay, all right. Let's yield the floor to you. Okay, there's another one close by. Please, MFA, can you check? There should be one working there. Please use anyone there. Thank you very much. Question 3. Who is there? Somebody is on question 3. Okay, your question has been answered. Okay, we'll take number 4. Question 3. Go ahead, go ahead. Use the mic. MFA. The red button, yes. Sit down. We are with you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Honorable Yahido Medelo. I am from the United States of America, APC USA, National Youth Leader. But my question is representing the diaspora. What inclusion do you have for the diaspora as far as...
Thank you very much. Question 4. Abbas, that's Daily Trust.
Good afternoon, SGF.
Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Ibrahim Shuaib is my name. I report for Radio Nigeria, sir. Sir, during your presentation, you made us understand that the Democracy Day will be low-key. I think this is coming because we just had the inauguration of the new president. My question is there any plan for a constitutional amendment that will give room for the swearing of new administration by June 12th in the next dispensation to put an end to this too much public holiday in the name of a celebration?
Thank you. Noted. No, we are done with the question. So, we called on the Secretary to the Government of the Federation to now answer. Sir, I think you can even sit there and open the pressure. All right, sir.
Thank you very much for your very informative questions. I want to take the last one, changing the constitution. You know, the military decided in their way, in their wisdom, so to speak, to enthrone 29th of May as the date for handing over and swearing in. I think whether it is 29th or not, the most critical thing is that June 12th has been recognized as a public holiday in our country in honor of those who gave up their life in the struggle for enthronement of democracy in our country. And prominent among these people is Chief MKO Abiola, who won that election. Abiola and his running mate, Ambassador Babagana Kingibe. So I think for us, that is sufficient. The recognition that June 12th is a public holiday is sacrosanct. But as I said, I'm not alone. I'm going to be supported by a veteran journalist and politician. And I believe he will take the first, second, and third questions. Chief Dele Ndake, please.
take the voice level now?
Yes. Sound.
Okay. Yes, I said thank you, Mr. Brand New SGF. And I must say, ladies and gentlemen, that we are very lucky to have a veteran as SGF, a veteran in public affairs. This man has been a governor. He has been, before being a governor, a very astute administrator in the public affairs section of this country or sector. And he proved his mettle. He acquitted himself very creditably before venturing into politics. And he attained the pinnacle as well, becoming the chief executive of his state for 2 terms. And that's no mean feat. And from there on, he went on to the Senate. So he's accumulated a lot of, selective exposure in public administration. And so we are having him to pilot the affairs of the Secretary Generalship of this administration. I think you should give him a round of applause. Now, to the issues. The first question I recall had to do with the low-key manner in which this year's June 12 Democracy Day will be celebrated. And I think there's no rocket science in fathoming the reasons behind that. Somebody did say that we've just had a celebration, the inauguration, just a few days, in my estimation, a few days ago. But beyond that is the fact that it is meant to signal or symbolize a cost-cutting policy of this administration. It's ideally a cost-cutting measure. And there is no more significant place to start off with this cost-cutting policy than celebration of the Democracy Day that is quite a watershed in the annals of Nigeria. Incidentally, and I must point out this one with all emotions, because I was a participant observer in the entire saga of the June 12th from its inception, and we don't believe that it has ended yet, because the June 12th, the symbol of June 12 is the putting in place of infrastructural development, political progress, social engineering, and more importantly, farewell to poverty. Now, if you recall, those of you who were around during the 93 June 12 issues, the manifesto of that candidate then, late Chief M.Q. Abiola, who was my own boss. He was the chairman of my company. I was the editor of his newspaper for 10 solid years. So I was in the vortex of the entire saga all through. And the manifesto of which I took part in preparing was titled Farewell to Poverty. And 2 days ago, when we were discussing this with the president, he did mention this, farewell to poverty. So, now, if you also recall, why I say this with emotion is that in 1999, the very first governor to declare June 12 as a public holiday is our current president. He was alone then. He acted alone. But being a man of vision, he saw the vision. And then other states followed suit, in pieces, in bits and pieces and all that, until it has crystallized. And our previous president had the presence of mind to identify the overall symbolism and national significance of that date by declaring it a national holiday. So, therefore, there is no better time and place to start this cost-cutting policy than the celebration of a very most significant occasion in our history. Now, the second one spoke to gender compatibility or gender inclusion in this administration. I think it's actually a moot point because that was a central issue in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's manifesto, the action plan. I will refer you back to that action plan. You see that gender equality, gender inclusion, especially women, in the configuration of this administration and the structure is very, very prominent. And I can assure you that, like he said to the oil marketers a few days ago, no more broken promises. This administration's motive is to fulfill all promises that it makes. And it has made that promise of including women very prominently in its cabinet. And not just in its cabinet, in the entire organogram of government. So that's why I said it's a moot point. It is there and it will be done, and it's a promise that will be kept. The same thing applies to the diaspora issue that my brother there mentioned. Actually, the diaspora, you are APC diaspora, and I must convey Mr. President's gratitude to you people, and Mr. Omole there, Chief Omole, the APC diaspora angle, they did a yeoman's job, you know, in enlightenment, publicity, and in actual voting, because they came en masse to register their votes and you know, really demonstrate that their commitment. So thank you very much. Of course, it goes without saying, even without those efforts that you made, the fact is that this government is very realistic. We have a very strong diaspora body. Nigerians are everywhere on the globe. And it is said that when you get to a place in a foreign land and you don't find Nigerians there, run away from there. That means that place is not viable and it may not be safe for you. But wherever it's viable, safe, for work, for investment, for education, you find Nigerians. So Nigerians, and then the contribution, economic contribution in terms of transfer of cash back home is humongous. It cannot be wished away. You cannot just throw it aside. So with all of those factors and variables, this government will recognize the position of the diaspora people and will be included in the structure of government. You can take that to the bank. Mr. SGF has spoken on the constitutionalism of June 12 being declared swearing in, inauguration of our president and all that. Whether it is done or not, it has become a watershed in our history. It has been given its rightful place in our history. And I think that suffices for now. But you cannot second-guess Mr. President, and you cannot say what will happen tomorrow. Only God knows tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our senior brother, Chief Dele Alake, for elucidating on the symbolism of June 12th. Thank you very much, the SGF too, for the comments you've made. This program is being broadcast live on the network service of NTA, the largest TV network in Africa. May we give them a round of applause. Joining NTA to broadcast this event live is the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, the largest radio network in Africa. May we clap for them, please. And Voice of Nigeria is also broadcasting this event live, Nigeria's voice to the world. A round of applause, please. Other television stations that have joined in the broadcast are Arise News and Channels Television. May we give them a round of applause. At the same time, this event is being streamed live on the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation handle, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture handle, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs handle, the Voice of Nigeria handle, and National Orientation Agency handle. May we give them all a round of applause. I want to thank all these networks for providing free live coverage to the 2023 Democracy Day event. My attention has been drawn to the fact that TVC and Silverbird is doing the same thing. May we give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. In drawing the symbolism for June 12th, there is an observance that we have to do at this time. Please, may we rise and observe 1 minute silence for all those who died during June 12th. May the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. May we take our seats. At this point in time, may I please request the chairperson anchoring this very event this evening in the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Permanent Secretary, Political and Economic Affairs Office, Mrs. Nko Eswabanga, please to give her vote of thanks.
Once again, good afternoon, distinguished visitors. May you allow me to also align myself with the protocol that we've been using earlier in the day. My very amiable Secretary to Government of the Federation, CON, Senator George Akume, the very first elected governor of this present dispensation, which we have enjoyed an uninterrupted democratic governance in Nigeria since 1999 to date. Sir, you are most welcome. My big sister, the head of civil service of the Federation, Dr. Mrs. Folashade Yemi Esong, CFR. Ma, you are welcome to this program. My senior colleagues in the service-wide permanent secretaries, thank you so much for giving me an unalloyed support ever since I joined your committee of permanent secretaries. You are all most welcome. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Our big brother, the friend of the June 12th, right from when he was an editor, editing all that we have come to hear and some of us witnessed in Abuja on 6th of June 1993 when the campaign came to Abuja, and our late music mantra, Chief Sonny Okoson, was the one who led the entertainment at Area 1. Sir, Jele, Alake, you are most welcome. We use this opportunity to thank our very beloved brothers and sisters, the directors in the Federal Civil Service, the legislators, both those who will be inaugurated on the 13th and the ones who are not there but are here to give us support, we welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. You are all welcome. The media houses, thank you so much for making today to become a reality. For me, I took over the reins of this office on 30th of May 2023. But we are able to hold this. Thank you. If not for your support, we won't be here today. For me, as a young person in 1993, what I really remember about June 12th was Hope 93. That hope is reassured today. I also remember graphically well the effort of the present head of government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, thank you. The effort he played through the NADECO to make sure that our military brothers hands off the ruling of this country so that we can be like other nations in the Committee of Nations. So we use today to now reflect back and think 30 years ago, here we are today. Has God not made so much for us? Thank you so much for coming to grace this occasion. 2023 is a new dawn for us in all arms of government, the judiciary, the legislative, and us in the executive. With this now, we are going to be on our marks to start moving this country to a vision that we have had more than 63 years ago, 62 years ago, that will soon come to be 63 years. Our founding fathers wished Nigeria to have been like Singapore and Malaysia. We've not been there, but we are taking that decision today that we are going to do it, and it is with us, the executive, the legislative, the judiciary, and media. Thank you for reporting us, and may you continue to report us well. Thank you. God bless all of you, and God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
That was my sister. In case you are not aware, we bear similar names, and we share the same ancestry. She is Permanent Secretary, Political and Economic Affairs Office. Once again, Mrs. Nko Eswaba. Did you watch my mouth, the way I pronounce it? My name is Willie Bassi. I'm the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. On behalf of the Sign Language Interpreter, Mr. Bamidele, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Editor-in-Chief, before now, who is with us here, Chief Dele Alake, the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, all those on the high table, and permanent secretaries who are also on the front row. Permit me, I will not be able to mention all your names. We thank the heads of the departments and agencies, our very senior colleagues, directors who are also here. We want to thank all of you for being here and making this event a successful one. Please, may you have a safe journey home. Thank you. May we please once again take the national anthem. Where's that man? Where is he? Okay, can we sing please? 1, 2.
ago, the prevailing mantra was Hope 1993. Today, as indicated by the SGF, George Akume, the theme for this year's Democracy Day is Reassured Hope. The overall objective of this celebration is to remind Nigerians of the sacrifices of our compatriots for nurturing and sustaining democracy over the years and decades. This brings us to the end of NTA's live telecast of the World Press Conference on the 2023 Democracy Day celebration. My name is Mitaire Ikwen, and on behalf of our outside broadcast crew, I thank you for watching, and now hand you over to our studios for a continuation of our program schedule for the day. Thank you.